Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of Evolving Profits. Today we're going to be talking about Sword and Shield. Now, you might be asking, why aren't you talking about what everyone else is talking about? Surging Sparks, the upcoming Prismatic Evolution set, right? The Eevee, cue the emojis where somebody's like, got their mouth open and all of that. Just all of those YouTubers that do that. But here at Evolving Profits, what we're going to be doing is giving you the information that's going to help you grow. And today we're really going to be focused on how to actually succeed at the game of investing when it comes to Pokemon. And what I mean by that is looking left when everyone is looking right. And in this case, while everyone's focused on the latest hot sets, so that's Surging Sparks most recently, and now it's right around the corner, it's Prismatic Evolutions. That's all that everyone's talking about, all that everyone's looking forward to. But guess what's quietly happening in the background, right? Well, we have Sword and Shield moving across the board. Every set, right? We've got even Battle Styles is moving, right? We're all aware of Evolving Skies, right? It's touching 1,000 a box. But even Astral Radiance is moving. Look at this 1 month chart. Even Brilliant Stars is moving. We've got the chart right here. But really what I want to talk about today, you guys, and the best example of what is going to be really happening in the background, what smart money is doing, right? When everybody is looking right, they are looking left, and that's Fusion Strike. Look at this 3 month chart right here, you guys. Yes, that's going from $200 all the way to $350 a box just in the past 3 months, right? So almost, 75% return in just 3 months. On top of that, look at the Gengar VMAX. I've got mine in the PSA 10 right back there, but just earlier this year, around March, you could have picked it up for $400 on the open market, no problem. And now it's crossed $1,000 a card. It seems like it's chasing, the likes of the Giratina V or maybe even the Moonbreon, right? We don't know. Gengar is an incredibly popular Pokemon. What I'm getting at, though, with our lesson today is that we should always try to be thinking ahead. We should not always be following the crowd, and that's really going to apply to anything in life. So for example, if the whole herd mentality is telling us to look one way, we should always be trying to look the other. Yes, that is a contrarian point of view, but I'd kind of like to push the narrative in this video that good investors are really able to think independently, and at times that might come across as being contrarian. So what do I mean by that? Let's kind of summarize that. So as of right now, just over the past 3 months, smart money, the whales in this hobby, the ones who have cases on cases, not just maybe what like I have in my closet, right? But when they have warehouses of this product, what they have been accumulating while everyone's been FOMOing over Surging Sparks, for example, they've been amassing Sword and Shield product. And why is that? One of the key things when it comes to collectibles, and especially when it comes to Pokemon and Pokemon investing, is knowing, just like I've alluded to in the past, but it's reprint cycles and reprint windows. And what do we know? Well, based on history, we know that Sword and Shield era, right, the one that many of us entered the hobby in, the one that was going on during the pandemic, it is out of the reprint window. It's done. There's no more booster boxes being made. Even Silver Tempest with that amazing Lugia is now out on the Pokemon Center. It's sold out. So essentially things are moving. We have exited the alt art era of Sword and Shield. And so what's happening is that over time, now the supply of Sword and Shield on the market is dramatically decreasing while no one was paying attention. Well, the whales were paying attention, but the herd was not paying attention, right? That's what I'm getting at today. And so really what I want you guys to be able to think about from today's lesson is I want you guys to be able to think independently, think for yourself, right? That's how you're going to find success in any sort of investment in general, right? Another recent example has been Scarlet Violet earlier sets. A great example that everybody hates, right, is Scarlet Violet base. But look what it's doing now on the box price. Even Scarlet Violet base is going up. And why is that? Well, Pokemon really doesn't have a reason to keep printing it. There's so much on the market, they have printed to demand for that set. The same thing is happening where we're starting to see movements in the boxes like Obsidian Flames, right? Paldea Evolved is another great one. We know that they just recently had reprints with Paldea Evolved, with Obsidian Flames, right? But look at what the prices have done. They have continued to recover, and even they are on the move. So while everyone has been focused on the very latest sets, which is just due to the herd mentality is what always happens. What I want you guys to think about, if you're considering putting some booster boxes away, if you're considering thinking about growing the value of your collection, or if you want to do this just from a purely investment standpoint, what you guys should be thinking about is always being able to look left when someone looks right. And I think the key takeaway with that is that this is just one example. There are going to continue to be more and more times in the hobby where this cycle, broadly speaking, repeats itself. So really what I want you to take this lesson as is that now that we are completely out of the Sword and Shield era, the supply is nearly gone. It's much lower than people think, right? Especially when it comes to those sealed booster cases. Again, everyone, remember from our last episode, booster boxes are definitely king, but sealed booster cases become even more rare as people break those down, as the stores break them down, as resellers break them down, vendors break them down, as I break them down, right? That's one of the things that you want to keep in mind. Always be thinking, what else is going on in the background, right? Don't just always follow the herd. That's really what I want to say today. And the key thing to keep in mind is that before you know it, a little pink box that you picked up for $100 just a year or two ago, right, is now $350. And that's what I want you guys to think about. When Fusion Strike first came out, it really wasn't liked. And it's kind of amazing to look back on that, to think that that set wasn't liked. Like, look at this Espeon, for example. I'm a huge Espeon fan personally. It's my favorite evolution. Look at this Celebi alt art. I still don't know how it's that cheap. Personally, I think that art is amazing. And then, of course, what is one of the most popular Pokemon of all time? It's Gengar. And look at this art. This VMAX art, in my opinion, is one of the greatest Gengar arts ever. It's creative. He's literally absorbing what looks like an entire town or forest. Really, when we talk about this, what causes the chase of these booster boxes, of these sets? Well, it's the Grail cards, right? Just like with Evolving Skies, we've got the Moonbreon. This Gengar, I see no way that it's not going to continue to age. But remember, every time a box is opened, there are more cards on the market, right? So singles are inflationary, increasing in supply. But every time you open a Fusion Strike booster box, it's deflationary. That's one less on the market that's never going to be made again. Therefore, even if you're keeping the same amount of demand, the supply is decreasing, price can only go up. So the next time that you are thinking that a set might not be worth it, the next time that you see the herd just FOMOing over the very latest set, right? I want you guys to look the other way. I want you guys to think, what opportunities are actually just staring right in front of me? Because you could have bought Fusion Strike for $200 a box 3 months ago, and it'd be $350 now. So that's kind of our lesson today, you guys. I do just want to say thank you. Some of you guys have been leaving really kind, supporting comments. Again, this is a win for me just by the fact that you guys want to listen to what I have to say. I really do enjoy talking about this topic, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to learn, to grow, to evolve my profits alongside all of you. Hope you guys have a great one, and happy holidays to all of you. We'll be back this time next week. Bye for now.